Welcome. Today I'm gonna explain to you the different types of views that you develop by doing meditation Tratak with Sri Yantra. Bindu, the middle point that you can find right in the middle of all the geometries. The moment where no longer any thoughts are there in your mind, that's when you are in trance state of mind, okay? Meaning that you are not engaging the conscious thoughts. Maybe you are aware that one thought still comes, but you let it pass. You don't engage with it. If you commit yourself into Sri Yantra Tratak practice, you start developing certain abilities, like the abilities of different types of view. So right now you're watching this video, you are using the first type of view, which is how I called the focused type of view. You see me speaking to you and you get all this information. So that first type of view would be our focusedly looking at the middle point bindu. Focused type of view is the one that we're humans constantly utilizing. The second type of view is unfocused type of view. So if one is focused, the other one is going to be the unfocused. When, let's say, in the first type of view, you are putting your whole intention into the middle bindu, and in the unfocused, you are releasing that tension. You are still putting your gaze on the bindu, but you are releasing that control to have that tension, that focus, right? You release the focus and it becomes unfocused. So let me give you an example in real life. I'm walking on the streets and I see a person like they're like 50 meters away. With my focused type of view, I'm gonna see a human being. If I just gaze and release the focus and change this view into unfocused type of view, my conscious brain will start understanding that, wait, you are unfocused means that there is more space in your brain to take up on information. So now it expands the field of information that your brain gets to. And now with the unfocused type of view, you are not just seeing a human being, your view expanded into the auric field around the human being. So you start seeing energies. It's like a different lens, okay? One lens of focusing and there's one lens of unfocusing. So when we look from the lens of focused something, we see a tree. But if we look from the lens of unfocusing, I start seeing aura, the energy, the layers around the tree itself. It can be with objects, it can be with birds flying, leaves falling, it can be with humans. Eventually, the more you use the unfocused type of view, the more you start developing more sensibility to it. You can see people depending on the colors of their auric field, and you can know in which frequency they are, well, like what are their emotions, right? And that gives you a huge plus. It gives you this information when to approach to certain person for what purpose. Because many times we receive a no from life because we are not approaching at the right moment. That chances decrease fully when we start seeing energies, because we start knowing when is the right time, when that energy is more attuned to my energy, and when we will get a yes out of that. This focus and unfocused type of lens, type of views, you learn from Sri Yantra, looking at the Sri Yantra. Because in order to progress in your Sri Yantra Tratak meditations, you first see the bindu, you are focused, then you start releasing that focus and transition into the unfocused type of view. The moment you are unfocused type of view, your peripheric field expands. So you start seeing more geometries around the Sri Yantra. Now it's not only the dot and the triangle surrounding that dot. Now it's the whole spectrum of the geometries around you. The concentration is equally on all the field. These are two types of view. There is a third type of view and there is also a fourth type of view. I'm gonna give you a little hint on the third type of view. This third type of view, I believe many animals use. I mean, many spiritual people use the second type of view in their day-to-day lives. Me, for example, and it's something that you can connect and disconnect at your will. Like, you can focus or unfocus at your will. It's like a setting of a lens. When you look from the first type of view, you see something focused. When you look from the second type of view, you see it unfocused. You release the control and now it's unfocused and you see all the energies. For the third type of view, it happens the moment you are able to configure those lenses at your will. So it's not anymore you are using one lens or another. It's you're using them both at the same time in a different intensities. So in every lens, you either attach yourself to that lens, like you control it, or you release the control. And the same happens with the second lens. You attach yourself to that lens or you release that lens, okay? So now when those both lenses are together, and you can play, like the more you do Sri Yantra Tratak, the more you will know how to play that. There are two lenses in your brain, okay? Your brain has two hemispheres. It's always like that. It's always display of dualities. So views, there are main two views as well. And from there happens a third type of view, which depending on how much you control or release the first view and the control and release of the second type of view at the same time, what you are doing is that you start moving in depth. Forgive me if it's like too crazy to understand, but you will start understanding the moment you start doing Sri Yantra Tratak, because it's what happens with Sri Yantra Tratak, okay? The moment you are looking at the Bindu and you now know how to focus, you now know how to unfocus, you see the Sri Yantra focused, looking by the Bindu, and you see the Sri Yantra unfocused by, releasing and letting your brain take the equal amount of information from the whole Sri Yantra, not just the Bindu. Next step is you start playing with this focus and unfocus with Sri Yantra, and suddenly certain shapes in Sri Yantra start coming out. Let me stand here. We have a Sri Yantra, and suddenly you start, after entering into trance for a long time enough and working with these different type of views, these two main type of views, you suddenly see the drum of creation coming out, like this triangle and the other triangle, like they're looking towards each other, facing. So you see the Sri Yantra, but suddenly you start seeing much more stronger this drum of creation coming to you, the shape. Yantra is the mother of all yantras. It has all the symbology in within there. Okay, so depending on your progress of your consciousness, you will see one symbol or another. You are seeing them for a reason as well. So let's say you can see, for example, also a shape of a DNA coming towards you. What can that mean? Or you start seeing a lion. Why it comes out? It means that your brain tapped into the third type of view. The moment you are able to bring things in distance, that's the moment you're using third type of view. When a bird is flying, how do you think they can see from such a high altitude the earth? Because they are able to configure and bring things in distance, closer and farther. Obviously with Sri Yantra, you need to start using a third type of view, but it's not about controlling or surrendering. It's about playing with both, control and surrender with both types of views. And that happens with a lot of progress and a lot of time invested on Sri Yantra. So you have to be committed in order to get these abilities, these gifts, right? Fourth type of view, it's already like it takes you. It's using through the third type of view, you are adding one more layer, and that's how you access to the fourth type of view, and it takes you. That's when the Sri Yantra becomes a portal, and then you are suddenly somewhere else. You are not in your room, you are somewhere else. Okay, so third type of view, how I use is, for example, when I do sky gazing, stargazing, and I try to connect with the consciousness of the cosmos itself. So I do it by looking at the stars. So I set my gaze into one particular star in the sky, and there is one focused gaze and full attention on one star. Unfocused would be I see the star, but it's equally, the whole sky is bringing me information to my brain equally. It's not just the star gives like all the attention, gets all the attention. And then the third type of view is when I am able to play with these two views between control and surrender, and I start bringing the star closer to me. It may sound like absolutely crazy, but that's possible with, you know, with your settings of your brain and how far you can travel. Like this is your travel. You're bringing things closer or farther to you. When you are doing candle tratak, meaning you are gazing on a candle flame, with a focused type of view, you only see the flame. With the unfocused type of view, you see the flame and the energy around of the flame. And that energy is divine lights, if you have ever got there. Okay, so you see the divine light around the candle. That's the second type of view. Third type of view is you see the candle flame, you see the divine lights around, and you start entering inside of that candle flame, right? Instead of bringing it closer, you can also go in there. So you start traveling inside of that candle flame, and by going within, you're getting closer to it. So you are bringing it to you, and it starts growing, and it starts getting bigger until the point that you get in there. You get in there. And from, like, this is already a hint how to get into the fourth type of view. Imagine, because this third type of view gives you the ability of seeing through. If the second type of view gives you the ability of seeing the energies and it gives you an information, it's still not seeing through. Third type of view lets you see through. This is the progress that you get by doing Sri Yantra Tratak with open eyes. Like, you can do many types of meditations with Sri Yantra, but Sri Yantra Tratak gifts you these different types of views, which in life, they bring you many things. They can bring you many things. You can use it on your advantage for many purposes, and obviously for improving this world. So I hope this video helps you out and motivates you to keep doing your Tratak meditation with the Sri Yantra, and divine light your way. Thank you.